Earl, name's Cappy.
Hi, I'm Kurt.
My name's Brad. Also go by B-Rad.
I'm the lead singer of Flux, progressive rock metal band based out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
And I play the bass and do backup vocals.
And B-Rad Dangerous, Catfish.
When I first hit the music scene, I was about 22 years old, writing hip-hop songs, wanted to be a rapper, you know, influenced by Wu-Tang Clan and Tupac and Biggie.
Hammer Fists, Heavy Hands, to name a few.
I got my first bass on my 12th birthday and switched instruments a few times, but always come back to bass. I started playing, I guess, to get out that teenage aggression. But life changes you, and I could still be aggressive at times, but kind of mellowed out a lot.
I guess my role, I'm the asshole in the band. No, I'm joking. I'm the drummer in Flux, and I bring an added element of energy and intensity to the band. I started playing drums at the age of 15. My birthday was in October, and my parents got me my drums shortly before my birthday.
And then a few years later, I found myself listening to Tool and A Perfect Circle and Rage Against the Machine and Nine Inch Nails, and you know, everything just transcended from there.
I am inspired by many different bass players. Too many to list, but if I had to name one, it would be Ryan Martini from Mudvayne and Soften the Glare. I like his style, and I try to incorporate some of it, but I'm no Ryan Martini.
I used to go see a lot of bands play by the time I was about 14, 15 years old. I used to skateboard a lot when I was a teenager, and so I got into a lot of metal and punk rock at early teens, and going to go see local bands play. Some of the local bands that we would go see and stuff. Just the energy of what was going on in the room at those shows. You know, just seeing like what the band would do would like, you know, get the people moving and just, you know, amped up and stuff, but then seeing how like the energy of the crowd was recycled back to the band, and it was just like a continuous circle of energy going.
When I first started writing rock songs, I was looking for instrumentals on the internet, anything to keep my mind going, you know? And eventually I got to the point where I wanted to reach out and find people to actually jam with and write with. And we did for a little bit, and we ended up needing a bassist because the other guy didn't work out. And Curtis, who's our bassist now here at Flux, contacted me, and he came through, and it worked for a little bit, but then that little jam band broke up. But Curtis and I really stuck together, you know, and we totally went back in and found another guitarist and then another drummer and started putting things together and revamping our sound. So that's kind of how Flux was created.
How I joined Flux, I answered an ad, I think on Craigslist, and I got an audition, and went to the audition, and I think 5 hours later I got the gig. And at first they didn't have a name, so we went by the name of Emanon, which is no name spelled backwards. And it was like that for a couple of years. And a couple of years ago we finally came up with the name Flux, and been Flux ever since. Had a few different members that came and went, and now we've got a good group of guys with us, and it's working out pretty damn good.
The reason I started the current project I'm with is because Curtis, who is my wife's cousin, he is the bass player in Flux. And he had contacted me and was wondering if I'd be interested in coming out to jam with them sometime, because they were looking for a drummer and were in need of one. And we did it for a little bit, and I kind of had a lot of stuff going on at the time, and I didn't want to be a hindrance to them and the things that they were wanting to do. And so I kind of, you know, stepped, you know, down from that spot to not hold them back. And I guess it was last fall, they had hit me up again and asked me what all I had going on, and at the time I didn't have anything going on, and I was kind of itching to get back into playing music again, and they had asked me again if I was interested in coming out to jam, because they were having some problems locking down somebody solid. And so I went back out there, I think it was last October, and it's just been on a steady progression, for the better ever since.
So what I'm hoping for here at this Super Secret Shop show is the ability for Flux to get out there finally. Like, it's been 4 years. We've been through so many different bandmates and so many ups and downs,
I just hope that everyone has a good time and enjoys the music.
I guess basically, man, like, well, what I hope people get out of the event is, I hope those that show up, I hope they leave feeling like they had a great time and that they had a lot of fun, and that they look us up online. We've got Facebook, we've got YouTube, we've got Instagram. Facebook's probably the one that's got the most current information that's up to date on there. And I hope they check it out, just to, keep in touch with what other shows we've got coming up in the future, as well as any music, releases that we put out, or, videos or anything in that regard. And honestly, I hope that I see them again in the future at some of our future shows.